All right, everybody, welcome back into Express Mail. My name is Casey.
I'm Kevin.
Today is Sunday, August the 3rd, and Kevin wants to start off with some maybe Texas history.
We're going to get some stuff out of the way because we got this.
We got a very important episode here for the women.
What do you call it?
A woman's workshop.
Okay, well, we got that going on too, so we're going to get this Texas history stuff done. And anyway, the Battle of Nacogdoches in 1832 on 8/2. Texas soldiers refused to put down their weapons when commanded by a Mexican.
What year was that?
1832.
Oh my!
A Mexican commander ordered them to put their weapons down, and they were a bunch of Texas colonists and soldiers or whatever.
Oh wow!
Not happening. We're fighting. So anyway, Battle of Nacogdoches. Some of y'all have heard this guy, Roy Bean. Everybody's heard of Roy Bean.
Judge Roy Bean.
Judge Roy Bean.
Absolutely.
He was appointed to JP of Pecos County, becoming known as West of the Pecos. Everybody knows his. He wasn't the hanging judge. That was Parker up there in Arkansas. But anyway, he had a way of dishing out punishment that wasn't. He was. If you got caught in Roy Bean's court and you were guilty, probably not looking good for you.
And they had a chain of restaurants named after him for a long time here in Dallas. Remember Judge Roy Bean's restaurants?
Yeah.
Did you ever go there?
I don't know if I ever ate there or not.
Yeah, I used to go there all the time. Had dollar bills pinned all over the walls and great food, by the way, but they're no longer in business.
1799, this is going way back. McAllen Ranch, which was 95,000 acres in Hidalgo County, was given to a family of early settlers by the King of Spain. So I guess this is back when Spain and Mexico, or Spain, I guess, maybe owned us.
I guess.
And I don't know what the deal was.
I flunked history.
But anyway, the Alamo and all that pretty much made Texas its own place.
Right.
So that was against the Mexican army. So anyway,
yeah,
but I guess Spain.
But the Alamo failed.
Right, but all of that was
led to
yes, yeah. All right, 1980, Hurricane Allen hit the Caribbean and the Texas Gulf Coast. 28 people died in Texas, and over 200 died in the Caribbean. So that was in 1980, not that long ago.
Not that long ago.
And in sports, 2015, Adrian Beltre, the Texas Rangers, hit for the cycle. If you don't know what the cycle is, he hit a single, he hit a double, he hit a triple, and he hit a home run all in the same game. He'd done that for the third time in his career. That was on this day in 2015. So that's Texas history.
Texas history. That's in the...
How about birthdays? Well, yeah. No, we've been doing birthdays. We got some birthdays, too. I'll give you some, here's some birthdays.
Some good birthdays this week.
Yeah. Ryan Sandberg, he's a Hall of Fame infielder, 10-time All-Star and a Hall of Famer. He's passed away, but he died from prostate cancer. Today was his birthday. Also, Tom Brady. Many people call the GOAT quarterback. Today, he's 48 years old. Also, August 9th, Whitney Houston would have been 62 years old on August 9th.
Right.
Everybody knows she's gone. Sam Elliott, one of Robin's favorite actors. I like him too.
Yeah.
August 9th is his birthday. He'll be 81. Neil Armstrong. You don't know who he is? He was on the first one on the moon, but yeah. Was he the first one to step foot on the moon?
I think so.
I think so.
Or he might. Yeah, he was either the first one to step out or the first one to radio back.
Yeah.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah. Well, anyway, on the 5th, which that'll be Tuesday. He would have been 95 years old. He passed away in 2012. Martha Stewart, she's 84 years old. Deion Sanders, he's 58 years old on the 9th. Billy Bob Thornton, tomorrow, will be 70. And the biggest one, in my opinion, on this whole list is Lucille Ball.
Absolutely.
I grew up watching I Love Lucy and all the Lucy episodes that,
Good stuff.
Yeah, it was all good stuff. But anyway, she was born in 1911.
Wow.
She'd be 114 today if she was still living.
Did we write down when she died?
She died, or well, no, this would be her birthday.
Yeah,
I don't know when she died. I don't.
It's been a while, but
it's been a long time.
yeah.
Obviously, she would have been 114. So it's been way back.
Yeah.
But anyway,
the crazy thing about the I Love Lucy, if you never watched it, that's something you need to go. I mean, they don't do stuff like that anymore. That good, that much talent. But you're watching it, and then as we grew older, we realized that Ethel and Fred in real life hated each other's guts.
Yeah.
And then the later on Lucy's getting towards the end, you know, Lucy and Ricky were going through a messy divorce and couldn't stand each other and everything. And the way they pulled all that off, how they were filming these things, was just amazing, knowing of all the internal struggles they were having in real life with each other. Because what was Ethel's real name?
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, she hated the guy who played Fred, and she was in a restaurant eating with her husband, and it came over the speaker in the restaurant that Fred had died, and she stood up and made a toast and celebrated him dying. That's how bad she hated him.
Wow, he must have been a codger.
I don't know. I don't know. What's really cool is when I was a kid, Mom and Dad took me to the, was it called Granny's Dinner Playhouse?
Yeah, me and
Is
Robin
that in
went.
Dallas?
It used to be, yeah.
Yeah, and I actually got to see her perform in a play.
Wow.
That was really cool. I was really young.
I seen Jerry Lee Lewis there the night after I got married.
That is cool, yeah. Oh, that was unbelievable. I bet. Too bad.
Actually, it wasn't as good as it could have been because he just got out of the hospital. He was going through a lot of medical stuff, but he still put on a good show.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the killer. I mean, like the Jerry Lee Lewis, like you were thinking
yeah.
you were going to go see. You know, he wasn't standing up
Stage
beating
on
on the piano. And yeah, he still put on a good show. But anyway, that's all as far as birthdays go.
A couple of people have passed away.
Jeannie Seeley. She is a country music icon. If you watch any of the RFD stuff or whatever, she's always on the I forget what they call the show, but it was hosted by Bill Anderson, and they all these country music people sitting around, you know, mostly older people that you don't hear on the radio anymore, but she's been around a long time. She was 85 years old. Her biggest hit was Don't Touch Me, and it was a song written by Hank Cochran, and it won her a Grammy. And she got tons of other songs, but that was her biggest hit, and she passed away yesterday or Friday. I can't remember. She's 85 years old, and you probably know more about the next one.
Well, I mean, I fell in love with her watching WKRP in Cincinnati. She was just the typical. They tried to make her. I don't know if they tried to. If they did, they didn't pull it off as she was the dumb blonde, because she was probably the smartest one on that show. Yeah. When you looked at the other characters, they're all a bunch of idiots. She was probably the most stable one on that program. But oh yeah, she was. I mean,
I didn't watch that all the time, but I caught a bunch of episodes.
Yeah,
I remember watching.
She was kind of on the level of Farrah Fawcett, being a beauty.
Yeah,
that everybody just kind of fell in love with, and then she married Burt Reynolds. Yeah, they were married for a while. But yeah, she was big
fantastic. Back in them days.
Yeah, she was only 79 years old.
And I think she'd been battling some kind of illness, but I don't know what it was. It was just something I read.
That's a shame. But now, you got everything cleared off? All right, ladies. We're now moving into the phase of helping you ladies out with your marriage and your man. So, guys, man, I don't know if you want to stay in the room with them or not. So, first topic, and me and Kevin have not rehearsed anything. We're just playing off of thoughts here, but some of the things I think back that happened to me that I really got ticked off was the honeydew thing. I'm not a honeydew guy. I'm not a handyman. I know there's a lot of guys out there. I'm just the opposite of my brother and my uncle. My brother, Kyle, he has energy. He fixes stuff. He does stuff. You're kind of that way. I get home from work. I don't do nothing. If something needs fixed, hire somebody. I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do a lot of things, but I'm like you. If I don't know nothing about it, I don't want to know nothing about it. I don't have interest, especially electricity, anything like that. If something like that, call somebody.
Right. And the worst part of a honeydew is the pop up honeydew, the one you didn't know about. Come home from church, NFL's on, get everything ready. You kick back. She walks by, and what does she say? When are you going to fix that door? And you know what's going through a man's mind right there. I can't say. I mean, it's a PG show. We can't say what we're thinking at that point. But
I'll rip that door off the hinges there.
I'm the type of now. Some guys, let's clear this up too. There's some guys that would pop right up. Yes, ma'am. You know, let me get on that. Well, that's a whole other subject. But I'm the kind of person. If there's something needs to be done, I need a week or two preparation mentally to do it. And I need to schedule it in a time where I don't have anything planned. I'm not going to schedule it at 1:00 on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, let me fix this at 1 because at 2 I got to be somewhere else. Well,
Right. You know, so I'm going to have to figure that out. I mean, there's a toilet situation right now that I've been thinking about working on for about a year now. Still not fixed. So
we'll get around to it.
Yeah, the pop-up honey, like I said, there's guys out there who they love to just constantly be busy. There's a lot of people like them, and then there's a lot of people like me. They go to work, they're gone for 12 to 14 hours. They come home, they don't want to do nothing. And I'm one of those people. So the pop-up honeydew, and ladies, you know what kind of man you have. You know if your guy, yeah. You know if your guy's one of those guys who out in the garage all the time, working on stuff, fixing stuff, doing that. And maybe he has the big screen out in the garage so he can work on stuff and watch the game. I've never had that situation. You know, mine's in the living room. I'm not going to be working on anything while I'm watching the game. So if you have a husband that's like me, who's not a handyman, don't want to be a handyman, I do enough during the day, I don't want to come home and do more, don't approach him a week or two before you want it really done and go, hey, when do you think we can get this done?
Yeah, if you think about it, this is broke. Put it on your list and things.
And let me know when you want to do it. I'll help you.
Yeah.
You know, act like you're going to help him. Just that right there alone changes the whole mental process of a guy. Instead of him being right in the middle of something that he likes to do and you just walk by and throw up on him with something he needs to do. So just peel it back a little bit and think about that. Like again, like I said, you know what kind of husband you have, so adjust that accordingly. We've already talked about interrupting somebody when they're watching TV. It still takes place even after we talked about it.
This is me in the morning. I'm not a morning person
at all. Him or my wife. Him and my wife are identical. They got to have coffee and peace.
I like to get up about 5:30, and if Robin's up, most times she gets up pretty well around the same time I do. But I can go in there and make me a cup of coffee, and I'll sit down and turn the TV on, and I'm watching whatever I'm watching, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm not thinking about nothing. I'm just zombied out. I got my coffee. I'm trying to get myself, thinking about starting a day. What am I going to do? All that kind of stuff. And Robin can come in there. She don't do it as bad anymore, but she used to. She'd come in there and she'd want to talk. Because Robin is chirpy in the morning. She wants to talk. Well, what about this? Well, what's going on with such and such?
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you doing today? What are you doing today?
Whenever I pause the TV to answer her question, she knows I'm getting. All right, I'll leave you alone. And she'll walk off.
It's not until you pause, though, that she realizes what's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Debbie's just like him. I don't even talk to her in the morning. We'll be in bed in the middle of the night. She is kind of creeped over on my side, and I'm thinking, do I want to wake the devil up and tell her to move over or not? She's like, well, just wake me up. And I'm like, I ain't waking up Beelzebub in the middle of the night and getting screamed at. So she's like Kevin in the morning. She has to have her call. I've learned not to even talk to her. I get ready And if she doesn't say goodbye as I leave, I don't say nothing to her. If she says bye, I'll say goodbye. But other than that, and like I said, if your husband is just honed in on something on TV and you come home from somewhere, if you're going to say something to him, the first thing out of your mouth is, pause the TV just for a second. I got to talk to you about something.
Robin does that.
And then bam, that's okay. But you walk in and he's right in the middle of something and you just start talking. And all of a sudden he's thinking, he can't believe what you're doing.
I got to rewind now because I missed a couple of words and it changes the whole complexion.
Oh, yeah. And then he's not happy with you either. So, ladies, ask to pause the TV before you start talking. All right. Another thing, ladies, that y'all do, not all of you, some of you, I'd say most women fall for the retail holiday stuff. Like, you're expecting your man to get you a gift on Valentine's, Mother's Day, Labor Day. I mean, you name it, they're expecting something. And
I remember one Labor Day, I was off and it cost me about $9,000. That's
really?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
The thing she rides with.
So anyway, I don't know. I don't know. Are there guys out there that just give them stuff every time some kind of holiday is up? I mean, I don't know. And ladies, do you expect that? I mean, maybe your birthday and Christmas, but Valentine's Day, if you get something, just feel lucky. I wouldn't expect it. Would you?
I'm bad about. I'm not a gift guy. Somehow or another, I've held my marriage together for 43 years, but I'm just not a gift guy. I mean, I'm pretty much, if she says, well, I need such and such, well, let's go get it.
Yeah. I don't want to pick it out.
Yeah, I'm not the guy that's going to go, pick it out and bring a pair of pants.
Flower shopping.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I don't buy things like that for her.
Yeah.
If you need it, go get it.
Yeah.
You got my permission to just, whatever you got to have, you go get it. And I'm the same way. When I need something, I'll go get it. Now, if it's just frivolously, whatever you call it, spending money on just crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talk about it back and forth. Hey, I'd like to have this, but, I need to wait till next week. A little short on cash this week, but whatever. But if you need a pair of pants, go get a pair of pants. If you need a shirt, go get a shirt. She's all the time buying stuff. She's a hairdresser, so she likes to look presentable when she goes to work. So she keeps her wardrobe updated a little bit. And not a problem. But for me to go buy that kind of stuff, that's not me. I don't know what size I'd buy. If it was too small, then you're really in bad shape. If it was too big.
In the retail industry has started creating all these. Have you heard? I mean, like Secretary's Day.
Oh yeah.
Then you got, believe it or not, I heard this last week that it was Daughter-in-Law Day, and then there's Aunt Day. They're making all in like Daughter Day. They're doing this.
Oh yeah.
Well, and they're just doing it so you spend more money on junk that usually doesn't last. And guys, if you're still in the room, I would tell you, if she loves flowers, go get her flowers when she ain't expecting nothing. Don't do it on a day she's expecting it.
Do it on March 10th.
There you go. Do it on a day that she has no idea you're doing it for, and I think that would go over a whole lot better. So, ladies, don't expect things on all these goofy. You're falling for the retail. They're just stealing money out of your pocket, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, the same set of flowers you buy on February 14th are about 3 times higher than they are on March 10th, anyway. So
no doubt. All right. Next. Okay, this one's a real big one. And so I'm going to kind of act this out with Kevin. Kevin is at a rodeo. He's hanging out with some buddies. I'm his wife. And I walk up to him. This is not the one. What's the one I want to do?
Like if she comes out and says,
well, wait a minute. Let's go with this one first. What women, the worst thing you can do to your husband is, let's say me and Kevin are in an argument about something, and we're not in a fight. We're just in an argument. The worst thing you can do. Go ahead.
I think one way, he thinks another way, and we're
debating it, and it's kind of like, okay, so Robin walks in the room and gets into the conversation, and instead of backing Kevin up, she agrees with me. Don't do that to your. If let's say he's around 2 or 3 friends and he's arguing and they're all against him, and then you come along. I don't care if you agree with your husband or not. Back him up. Don't. Well, I think they're right, honey. You don't do that in front of people. Always have your man's back. Don't ever. I don't care if you don't agree with what he's saying. Don't agree with them because he just lost some respect for you at that point.
I think at this point, Robin would say, "I'm not getting in it."
Yeah.
And she'd back off.
Yep. But I mean, and it don't hurt for you to agree with him, and then in private go, "Hey, I really agreed with what they're." But don't do it in front of them. It was like I had a lady boss, and I love her to death to this day, but she, in front of a customer, started getting on to me about something, and I turned around and I looked at her. I says, "I'll be in your office in a minute." And then I turned right back around to the customer and just kept talking to the customer. And I told her, I got her in the office. I said, "Look, call me in the office and gripe me out as much as you want, fire me, do whatever. But don't do it in front of a customer that he's relying on me for information and stuff, and you're sitting there trying to gripe me out in front of one of the customers." I mean, that belittles the guy, which in turn makes him hate the person who did it. So when your man's in a conversation with somebody and it gets heated and everything, have your man's back. That's all I'm saying, whether you agree with him or not. In private, do whatever you want, but not in front of strangers. Political disagreements, Kevin, how would that go over?
I don't know because it's never happened. Because my wife's never been into politics until I got into politics, right. And then I think a certain way, and I really have. I don't mind somebody proving me wrong. Matter of fact, if they can, more power to them.
Right.
I'll change my mind. I don't have a problem with it, but I think a certain way, and the only disagreements we've ever had as far as political disagreements would be something she don't know about, and then right. She's asking me about it,
right.
Or whatever. So we're just.
That's kind of a rare thing too. There are couples that one's on one side of the aisle, one's on the other. I couldn't do that. When I started dating my wife, that's one of the first things I got out of the way. This is what I'm about. If you're not, we need to go our separate ways. Because that's just something I can't do.
At one time, maybe 30, 40, 50 years ago, I don't know, there probably wouldn't have been a big deal. But when you're talking politics, the right is right over here. They're doing their thing, and they're over here. The left is so far over here. They're so far over here these days that to make a marriage work, that is when you think this right here. Yeah, it would be pretty. Well, I don't know. I don't even know I don't know how you do it. It's almost like, I don't know. I ain't gonna put it on the same level as going to church or whatever, but it's kind of like, I have these beliefs, and she might have these beliefs, and if you're Christian, those beliefs that you have on one side or the other, you're gonna knock heads.
Yeah, big time.
So, that's just one of the things.
And I would say one thing too is put yourself in the situation that I'm talking about. If you're in an argument with some people and your husband comes up and doesn't support your idea and sides with these people, how does that make you feel? That's all I'm saying is I'd say in a marriage, have each other's back whether you agree with it or not, and in private, do whatever you want to. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you?
Makes sense to me.
So anyway, just have your man's back at all times when you're in public is one thing. Now, if he's doing something stupid, I'm not saying anything like that. And again, kind of the same thing. Being demanding. Like me and Kevin are hanging out, and Robin comes out. Well, no, it wouldn't be like that because I would expect that. But let's say Kevin's hanging out with some friends that Robin don't really know real well. And in the middle of them talking, Robin comes out and say, "When are you going to get, to fixing that refrigerator?
Yeah, when are you going to vacuum the floor?
Yeah, you come fix the door. I mean, kind of demeaning him in front of, I'd say not really strangers, but, and again, then like we talked about earlier, there's guys who would pop right up and go, "Yes, man, here I come." Well, I would say that's in the 10% that would do that. 90% of the guys would be thinking, "What is she doing?
Yeah.
Is she smoking something?" I mean, a guy, again, I don't think a woman would want to be treated like that in front of her friends. The guy walks out, "You need to get in there and do my laundry." How would you like that? So be thinking about how you would feel in that situation. The guy probably feels the same way. I'm just saying it's nice to know in a public situation that your wife has your back and you don't have to worry. I mean, you don't have to think, "Oh crap, what is she coming up here to say?"
She's walking. She's walking with authority over here, so something's fixing to come out.
Probably hand you a hammer and go, "Hey, you need to come home in front of other people."
And if you do vacuum the floor or whatever, that's okay. Just don't come out there and confront you in front of all your buddies.
Yeah.
Just tell her, look, when my friends leave, I'll come vacuum the floor.
Yeah.
If that's what you do.
If I'm in the mood.
I'll start dinner after my buddies leave. Okay.
But anyway, so ladies, I mean, just like I'm saying, just try to think about. And again, there's some men out there who like that, I guess, or just don't.
They don't care. That's
and there are guys
deal.
like that. And if that's your husband, have at it. But most men don't think like that. Most men want their wife to have their back. And again, to me, one of the biggest things on this list for me was the pop-up honeydew. Do not pop up honeydew me. If something needs to be fixed, we'll talk about it, and then we'll set a date, and then I'll do it, maybe on that date. But I'm not going to come home, sit down, and I'm in my zone. I've waited all day for this to happen, a rodeo. And then, you know what I'm saying? And you're getting comfortable, and they come walking in, and when are you going to do this, or when are you going to do that? Well, that's not the time to do that. That'd be like us walking into the beauty shop. "Hey, when are you going to do my
It's been an hour and a half already. How long is this going to take?
How much is going to cost?" I mean, so anyway, just kind of keep those things in mind and think before you say something. Especially in public, it's going to belittle your husband. Just don't do it. Same thing with men. Have your wife's back in public, whether you think that way or not. And then in private, you can talk about it there. But the public is no place to take the other side and leave your husband or wife
hanging
all alone against you and everybody else. That's just, and when you come along and agree with him, that calms them down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you agree with them, oh, God, it's out of control with that.
Jump in it.
So anyway, ladies, I hope that helped you out, guys. Same thing, man. Just like I say, again, the holidays, man, guys, buy her something when she's not expecting it. Forget about the holidays. I mean, her birthday, yeah.
Christmas, yeah. Even Mother's Day.
Yeah, Mother's Day's fine. Every day should be Mother's Day, though. I mean, you shouldn't love your mom better on Mother's Day than you did the day before. So, anyway, that's what we have for the women right now.
That ticked a whole bunch of people.
It probably did, but if you think about it, I also took their side on some things, and I told the guys think about that too. So, that's all I got for the women today. Was there anything else we had to cover? You think we ticked people off? Surely not. We were trying to be nice.
That'll drop the 8 women viewership we have down to about 1 now, maybe.
What do you think the Filipinos think about that?
I think they love it.
They probably already do that.
Yeah, we
know
probably already do that.
We kind of know that's what goes on over there. So, ladies, you might want to move to the Philippines for about a year and take notes and then come on back. That'd be pretty good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
All right, we better end it right there.
Yeah, thanks.
You don't know what we're talking about? Check out their culture. I think that's it. The signed baseball is still up for sale.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Absolutely. Comment.
This episode here, number 25, should be
number 25.
Should be full of comments from all the women.
Yeah. We'll have some guys probably pissed off at us too, but
yeah, they probably started wars at some people's house.
Yeah. God rest Lonnie Anderson. She was a sweetheart. God, it's hard to believe all these people dying that we know. Holy cow. All right, I guess we'll wrap it up. Since we got that out of the way, my name's Casey.
I'm Kevin.
Have a great week.
Adios.